Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Economics. In this video we'll be studying about what are the different components of the government budget which forms part of the Unit 4 Government Budget and the Economy, Macroeconomics Class 12th. Components of the government budget. Just like any other budget, government budget also has majorly two components, that is the receipt side and the expenditure side. These two sides are estimated receipts and estimated expenditure. The word estimated is used because budget is always a futuristic approach. It is done for future and it is a plan. The estimated receipts of the government budget are divided into two components. First are the revenue receipts. These are the receipts which neither lead to creation of any liability or reduction of the asset of the government. These are also known as current receipts, as these do not lead to change in the asset or liability position for the government. Further, there are two sources of receipts from the revenue receipts. First being tax revenue. Tax revenue can be collected through direct taxes or indirect taxes. A difference between direct and indirect taxes need to be known. A direct tax is a one in which the burden to pay the tax and the person who actually pays the tax are one and the same. For example, income tax. Indirect tax is the one in which the burden to pay the tax and the actual payer are the two separate entities. For example, when you go to a restaurant, you deposit or you pay GST on your food items, but the GST is deposited to the government by the restaurant owner. In this way, this type of tax is indirectly collected from the person who is consuming the product. Tax revenue is the primary source of revenue collection for the government. Non-tax revenue. Apart from collecting taxes, government also has other sources of general collection system, which includes interest on loans given by it, license fees, escheats, challans, etc. Escheat means the claim of the government on the property of a person who dies without having any legal hire or without leaving a will. The second category of receipts are the capital receipts. Capital receipts are the receipts which either lead to reduction in asset or increase in the liability for the government. Majorly, capital receipts take up three basic forms. First is recovery of loans. Whenever government recovers the loan which it has already given to someone, it leads to reduction in the asset for the government. The second category of capital receipts is new loans and borrowings taken by the government, either from any international organization or from government of other countries. Whenever this happens, it leads to increase in the liability for the government, as there is a liability to repay this loan in the future. The third category of capital receipt is disinvestment. The government owns a number of public sector enterprises which are actually the assets for the government. The government may sell in part or whole unit to the private sector. This process of selling the government entity to the private sector is known as disinvestment. Therefore, it leads to reduction in the asset of the government. Now coming to estimated expenditure. Same as the estimated receipts, the estimated expenditure is further divided into two categories. The first category being revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure is the one which neither leads to creation of any asset for the government nor lead to reduction in any of its liabilities. The government incurs various expenses which are routine or recurring in nature and which do not lead to any creation of income generating assets for the government, such as salaries to the government staff, pensions to the poor, etc. Similarly, these days when government is incurring expenditure on coronavirus pandemic, it incurs expenditure for rehabilitation work. Therefore, it does not reduce the government's liability. The second category of expenditure is the capital expenditure. Capital expenditure is the one which either leads to creation for new asset of the government or reduction in existing liabilities for the government. For example, when government incurs expenditure on construction of hospital or reduce some liability of the government, that is repayment of loan taken from other countries, it leads to capital expenditure by the government. That is, creation of hospital is the creation of asset for the government, and repayment of loan is a reduction in the liability for the government. Also, there may be situations such as when India giving loan to Nepal, etc. It leads to creation of asset for India. It is also a kind of capital expenditure for India. For more videos, please follow